Okay, let me be perfectly clear. Did I need a new microphone? Absolutely not. But the opportunity presented itself for me to purchase what I would consider a little bit nicer microphone at a reasonable price. So that is what I have gone ahead and done. You can't even see the microphone that I'm talking about right here, but this is the one that I have been using. This is the Audio-Technica AT2035, and I have recently come in the possession of a Vanguard V4. Right now I have nothing turned on, like it's the stock out of the box. There's no compressor, there's no EQ. I think I do have a limiter on, but that's because, I don't know, if the dog screams out in the background, then you won't hear it, or at least it'll get clipped. That way you're just not, we have a fair comparison between the two. What I'd like to do today, again, since this is the random channel, is compare these two kind of side by side, but not in a traditional sense. There are so many reviewers out there that are so much better at this than someone like myself. I'm not trying to be one of those like super technical reviewers. Instead, I'm just giving you my experience with these particular products. So what I think we can do is kind of compare the two side by side. Again, this AT2035 is $150, and the Vanguard, and that's what I'm talking on right now, the AT2035. We'll switch over to the V4 in just a second, but the V4 I think retails, this is a Gen 1 version, and that retails for $400. So a pretty significant, it's more than twice the price. So it should sound better. I've done some testing myself, at least, and it sounds a lot better to my ears, but you guys will be the judge of that, not me. Okay, you ready? Let's switch it over to the Vanguard. Okay, so now I'm talking on the Vanguard. Again, this is the V4, and this is a terrific microphone. One thing that I really like about this is, and it really doesn't matter to me in particular, but for other folks it might make a difference, is that it has these different pickup patterns on it. So right now I'm on the cardioid pattern, but it also has, I think, an open pattern, so it picks up 360 degrees around the microphone, and then it also has a figure 8, so it's very narrow in the front. It also picks up on the reverse, on the back side of that, so that's where you come up with that figure 8 type pattern. So anyways, I'm on the V4 right now, and I also have not touched any EQ. I haven't touched, there's no compressor on it. It's nothing. Again, the only thing that I have turned on is the limiter, and I have it set to not go any higher than minus 2 dBs. So how is it sounding so far? Are you noticing a difference? Let's switch back over to the AT2035 again. Okay, now I'm back on the AT2035. Is there a big difference between the two? To my ears, there is, but I think you can clean up the audio quite a bit with the AT2035, whereas and you'll see it when we get to the EQ section, the Vanguard V4, there's very little that you need to do on this particular microphone to get it sounding really crisp and clean, and I really like the way that it sounds, at least with my voice, but your mileage may vary. So anyways, let's jump over to the EQs and give those a test to see how we make out. Okay, this is why we have a limiter, because the mailman just delivered the mail, and that sends Sasha Boo into a tizzy. So glad we have the limiter. Okay, so now I have the compressor and the equalizer turned on, and you can see over here on the right, this is the AT2035 that you're listening to right now, and you can see this is the breakdown of the equalizer that I have set up. So quite a bit of tweaking that I needed to do to get the AT2035 to my liking. I don't know if that's just my voice in particular, or if that's pretty common for a lot of other folks as well. But I have the compressor set up the same between the two as well, but the equalizer is different between both the Vanguard and the AT2035. And again, the 2035 is one I'm talking on right now. So let's switch it over to the Vanguard V4. Okay, now you are listening to the Vanguard V4. This is on the left-hand side. You can see it's a much flatter profile. Like most of the magic of this mic is inside the mic itself. And I did actually purchase a pop filter too, so we'll throw that on there, see if that makes a difference. So that is with the pop filter on top. I think it makes it look a little goofy, but because I like this, you know, this polished nickel on the top with the gold surround. I don't know, actually it might be bronze. I'm not sure exactly what's on there, but I don't know, it looks pretty sharp. But ultimately, this is probably the better solution to have something on there that prevents any type of plosives. And let's switch it back to the AT2035 again. Okay, now we're back on the AT2035. Can you hear a difference? Can you tell that there's a difference between the two? Is it, you know, I think at $150 is an incredible value, but it probably doesn't hold up compared to the to the Vanguard V4. Let me switch back over to the V4. Okay, now we're back again on the V4. Also, I didn't mention it, but both of these have like a minus 10 dB pad that you can enable. Actually, I'm not sure if the AT2035 has it. It might. I think it does. But it also has a high-pass filter. Both of these have a high-pass filter. I think the AT2035 is at like 80 hertz, and this one's at 120 hertz. I tend to not enable those. I think sometimes it just sounds a little forced in the microphone itself, and I don't have a deeper voice, but I definitely have some low end in my voice, so I want to at least get some of that captured. So I don't want to limit that necessarily. So what do you think? Again, I'm talking right now on the Vanguard V4. I think this is a terrific microphone. It's reasonably priced. Now, this is a Gen 1, and I got it actually for less than the $400 that it was selling for, simply because it was a demo model. There's a fantastic place. I'm in the Boston area. There is this little, I won't call it a hole in the wall, but it's like hidden behind a couple of buildings, audio place called Parsons Audio in Wellesley. The guys there are incredibly knowledgeable and super helpful and just an awesome organization. So if you live in the Boston area and you're interested in purchasing something like this, definitely check out those guys. The gentleman I dealt with was Chris, so make sure that you look him up, and if you see him, tell him I said hi. Anyways, what do you think of these two microphones? Does this Vanguard V4 justify the more than double the price difference compared to the AT2035? Write some comments down below. Let me know which one you guys prefer. And again, whether it's a good value to you or not. For me, I'm definitely keeping this Vanguard. In fact, I have this AT2035 up on eBay right now, and it's already got a couple of bids. So I know that it's going to sell. So there's no turning back now for me. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you smash that like button and also hit the subscribe notification to be notified of additional videos. Thanks for watching. Take care.